In the sunny scrublands of southwestern Australia, there lived a cheerful little quokka named Quinn. Quinn loved hopping along the dusty trails, nibbling on green leaves, and playing games with her friends. She was always smiling, because quokkas are known for their happy faces. One bright morning, Quinn and her friends were playing their favorite game, hide and hop. Everyone was laughing as they took turns hiding behind bushes and hopping out to surprise one another. But just as the fun was getting started, a quiet, shy animal peeked out from behind a big rock. It was Kip the echidna. Kip had short legs, a long nose, and his body was covered in sharp spines instead of soft brown fur. The other quokkas stopped and stared. "He doesn't look like us," one whispered. "He's all prickly," another said, stepping back. Quinn tilted her head and smiled warmly. "Hello there. What's your name?" she asked kindly. "I'm Kip," he said quietly. "I wanted to play, but I know I'm different." Quinn shook her head. "We all look different in some way. That doesn't mean we can't play together." "But I have spines," Kip said. "Won't that be a problem?" Quinn thought for a moment. "We'll be careful, and you can show us how you play your favorite games too," she said. The other quokkas watched as Quinn hopped over to Kip. She invited him to join them, and soon they were all laughing again. Kip was great at hide and hop because he could stay very still and blend in with the rocks and bushes. Later, Kip showed them his favorite game, sniff and seek. He could sniff out the juiciest berries hidden under leaves, and he taught the quokkas how to do it too. By the end of the day, everyone agreed it was the best game they'd ever played. They forgot all about Kip's spines and noticed his bright eyes and friendly smile instead. As the sun set over the scrubland, Quinn said, "It doesn't matter what we look like on the outside. What matters is being kind and having fun together." Kip smiled, and all the animals sat side by side, different and special in their own ways, but equal friends. The end. One bright morning in the warm scrublands of southwestern Australia, Quinn the Quokka woke up feeling excited. Today was the day of the great scrubland race. All the animals were invited to join in the fun. Quinn hopped to the big clearing where her friends were gathering. Kip the echidna was there, along with Bambi, the bandicoot, and Walker, the wallaby. Everyone was smiling and ready to race. But as more animals arrived, Quinn noticed that some of them were whispering and giggling. They were looking at a newcomer, a long-legged emu named Elsie. "She's way too tall," whispered one quokka. "Her legs are so skinny. She's not like us," said another. Quinn frowned. She remembered how Kip the echidna had once felt left out because of his spines. Quinn had promised herself she wouldn't let that happen again. Quinn hopped right over to Elsie with her biggest, happiest smile. "Hi, Elsie. I'm Quinn. I'm so glad you're here for the race." Elsie gave a small smile. "Thanks, Quinn. But I heard what they said. I don't think they want me to join." Quinn shook her head. "We're all different, Elsie. That's what makes this race special. Everyone gets to try, no matter what they look like." Quinn turned to the others and said loudly, "This race is for everyone. Big legs, small legs, spikes, or no spikes. It doesn't matter. We all belong here. The animals looked at one another, feeling a little embarrassed. Then Kip waddled up. "That's right," he said. "We're all different, and we're all part of this team." The animals cheered and clapped their paws, wings, and claws. Elsie smiled brightly, and soon everyone was lined up for the race. When the race started, some hopped, some waddled, and some ran with big strides. Elsie ran fast with her long legs, Kip waddled steadily, and Quinn hopped with all her might. At the finish line, everyone laughed and cheered, no matter who came first or last. They all crossed together, proud and happy. As the sun set, Quinn said, "Today we learned again that what we look like doesn't matter. Being kind, fair, and having fun together is what counts." Elsie smiled. "And we all won because we ran the race as equals." And from that day on, the scrubland animals remembered that everyone belonged, no matter how different they looked. The end. One peaceful evening in the warm scrublands of southwestern Australia, Quinn the Quokka sat by the big gum tree, watching the sky turn soft pink and gold as the sun set. The air smelled sweet from the blooming wildflowers, and the ground was warm beneath her paws. Quinn smiled as she watched her friends, Kip the echidna, Bambi the bandicoot, Walker the wallaby, and Elsie the emu, playing together near the waterhole. They were laughing and splashing, taking turns playing a game they called Hop, Waddle, and Wiggle. Each friend showed off their special way of moving, and everyone cheered for one another. Walker hopped the farthest, Kip waddled the slowest but most carefully, and Elsie did the biggest wiggle with her long legs. Bambi bounced and zipped so fast that she made everyone giggle. But as Quinn was about to join in, she noticed a small, spiky figure sitting quietly under a prickly bush nearby. It was Tessa the thorny devil, a tiny lizard with rough, bumpy skin and sharp-looking spikes. She was watching the others with wide eyes, but she didn't move closer. Quinn hopped over to her with a friendly smile. "Hi, Tessa. We're playing a fun game. Would you like to come join us?" Tessa shook her head slowly. "I don't think so," she said quietly. "I look so different from everyone else. I'm small and spiky, and my skin is rough. What if they don't want me there?" Quinn tilted her head and thought for a moment. Then she smiled even bigger. "But that's exactly why you should join us. We're all different. Kip has spines, Elsie has long legs, Walker has a big tail, and Bambi has the tiniest nose. What makes us different is what makes our friendship circle special." Tessa blinked. "Are you sure?" "I'm very sure," Quinn said kindly. "Come on, I'll introduce you." Quinn gently guided Tessa to the clearing where everyone was playing. At first, the others stopped and stared. Then Kip gave her a warm smile. "Nice spikes. You'd be great at hiding in the rocks," he said. Walker waved his strong tail. "And you can show us how to stay cool under the hot sun." Bambi bounced over. "And maybe we can race. I bet you're quick." Elsie bent her long neck down to meet Tessa's eyes. "We're so happy you're here." Tessa smiled for the first time that day and said softly, "I'd love to play." Soon Tessa showed them how she could walk over the hottest rocks without getting burned. She taught them a game called Shadow Hide, where she blended into the sandy scrub and was almost impossible to find. Everyone cheered when Bambi finally spotted her. As the sky darkened and stars began to twinkle above, the friends gathered in a circle under the big gum tree. They shared stories, nibbled on sweet leaves, and watched the moon rise. Quinn looked around at her friends, each so different, each so special, and smiled. "Being equal doesn't mean we're all the same," she said. "It means we all belong and we all deserve kindness and fairness, no matter how we look." Tessa nodded happily, and it's our differences that make this circle so much fun. The friends snuggled close together, warm and happy under the bright southern stars. And from that night on, the friendship circle always made sure everyone felt welcome, included, and loved, no matter how they looked on the outside. The end.